Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, and it is time for class. Welcome, welcome. Tonight we have a very practical class with input and practice, and also feedback, live feedback from me and MC. And let's wait for you all to join in. Let's see here if we can invite MC over. Hi, Guilherme. Welcome. Welcome. Hi, partner.
Hey partner, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Can you hear like voices in the background?
No.
Okay, good. Because there are people talking close by, neighbors.
Okay. No,
All
but
right.
even so, if it's too loud, I'll let you know. But so far, so
Okay.
good.
Hi, Denise. Hi, Leila. Hi, Bruna, Thales, Guilherme. Welcome to class. Today we have a very special class. We are going to have a lot of input from MC's part because she's got a lot to share with us in terms of the real world, the real work market. I didn't even have a chance to do my usual introduction, which is we are here to help you take your English from okay to the English that only 2% of Brazilians actually speak. And I'm Renata, speaking from Brazil. And that's MC, my partner.
Yes, all the way from Canada.
All the way from Canada. And we are here tonight to talk about job interviews, the English that you can use to elevate yourself when talking about your qualities, your personality traits, your characteristics in general, and to get out of the cliche, to get out of the everybody says this kind of situation, it's important to stand out. Who doesn't want to stand out when it comes to getting a job, right? It's the ideal situation to stand out, actually. Hello, Nidia, Ketchy. Hello, everybody. Please hit the little heart button here to invite more people to our live stream. As usual, I request that. It helps us a lot. Thank you so much for helping us with that. Okay, so the class will be divided into two moments. All right, everybody. First, the input. As you know, we follow the logic here at Fluent for You, the Fluent for You method. First input, which is I'll be teaching some meaning. MC will be making comments. She will be talking about her experience, working abroad, working with English every single day of her life. And then we will move on to the second part, which is the practice, where I will be collecting your questions and your example sentences using the words that we teach. All right? I just want to ask you for a favor tonight. Instead of sending the questions in the comments, you can do that too, but we will prioritize the question tool. There is a little button, like a question mark, that you can click and ask a question. So the question will be on the screen. Everybody can see what you wrote. Everybody can see what you asked. So please use that tool. It's a really cool tool that we kind of forget to use. I never remember that tool. And then tonight I was like, oh, you know what? I think it's better if we use it than, just in the comments. So you can read it on the screen as well. So welcome, John, Vinicius. We have a lot of new members here, people who may not be joining us every week for a long time. All right, so are you ready, MC?
I am. You call the shots and I'll follow your lead.
Okay. Whenever you have something to say, okay, any comments, something that, just rings a bell and reminds you of something, go ahead. All right, so first of all, what inspired this class was Denise. Thank you, Denise, for your request. She saw the reels that we posted a couple days ago, and she was like, I'm not sure if I know how to use these adjectives, because reels are very quick information, 30 seconds. Indeed, it's not very deep. So isolated adjectives are harder to learn. What we suggest is, if it's new to you, if you have never seen it, or if you don't know how to use it, Of course, go to a dictionary. And also look for collocations. I'm going to spell that word here in the comments, okay? You can Google the word collocations plus the word that you want. This way, you will be able to find what verb to combine, with that word and go like, okay, I think I understand the usage of the word better. Not just the meaning, but the usage. So let's go. The first one then is, Denise said, that's a problem. Yes, I figured that would be the problem, Denise. The first word is going to be intelligent. Okay English. And it's not something that you say about yourself at a job interview, is it? Have you ever heard that, MC? Yes, I'm very intelligent.
Not really. Yeah, no.
You wouldn't say that. But how can you, describe your intellectual abilities without using the word intelligent? How can you do that? All right. Well, we use the word insightful in the reel that we posted. Insightful instead of intelligent. All right. And I brought some examples here to, to share that some things that you can do. You can say, for example, that you conduct or that you do insightful analysis of something. So when you are analyzing something, when you are working on something, you conduct or you do insightful analysis. Chic, isn't it? Elevated. Much better than just intelligent decisions, for example.
Yeah, intelligent, for example, is not only not gonna convey the message that you want, it also might sound kind of arrogant. So stay away from that for sure. And keep in mind, like we have like several different types of intelligence. So depending on the job posting or the position that you are applying to, keep in mind that they might value different types of intelligence. So let's say some jobs are going to require soft skills way more than analytical skills. So if a job is requiring more analytical skills, be sure that you're gonna show or demonstrate or say how strong you are in those abilities. If it's more towards soft skill, explore more how you're sociable, interact better at the workplace, how you can influence people and things like that. So understand where you're going and what's more valuable. So you can then say how intelligent you are depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Saying how intelligent you are, but being more specific about what kind of intelligence, as you said. And one thing that we point out here at Fluent for Real is to be elevated, to have an elevated English, you have to be specific. You have to know how to narrow down what you want to say and not be too generic. So learning other ways of saying that you are intelligent, more specifically, is definitely going towards the elevated English, the 2% English that we are looking for.
Perfect.
Vinicius
and I like
said
the insightful
smart.
tip.
So smart, smart comments, MC is smart, or smart as a synonym for intelligent. Vinicius, tell us more
Elaborate.
about it. Yes, elaborate, please. I was going to say humor me, but no, that's not what I meant. Okay, remember, we're going to have the practice moment. If you have just come in, just joined us, we will have the input now and later on the practice. So stay with us. We want to see how you are going to use these words. Second word now, okay, yeah. Instead of saying creative, we can say that you are, or, someone is, ingenious. Okay, this word is actually a false cognate. It's not similar to Portuguese in the sense of you are a genius or you are, very smart. It's kind of similar to Portuguese in the sense of engineering, in the sense of building something, constructing something new. So you can say, no, how can you say that you are creative without using the word creative, using something a little different? How can you say that you can add solutions, new ideas, to the team? You can say that you can come up with effective and ingenious solutions. The word ingenious brings that, brand new I built something that didn't exist before. So it's very like emphatic about the whole creativity thing, you know, and it's a different word to use instead of saying creative. Everybody says creativity is a skill of the moment. Everybody wants to be creative no matter the area. So ingenious would be one. All right. And you can also say innovative. Innovative solutions, innovative, I am an innovative person. I have innovative ideas. And one that is more extreme is groundbreaking. That would be very extreme. If you work at I don't know, an area or a department or a field that requires extremely innovative, maybe a startup, you know, groundbreaking, which means it breaks what existed before, it breaks the old, and it comes with something new. But I like the word ingenious. That was the one that I brought, you know, to be the main one here to come in the place, substitute, creative.
Absolutely. And the more you're able to explore a different vocabulary, not only you're bringing that the elevated English, but you tend to come across whoever is interviewing, hiring manager or the HR people or recruiter, more confident as well, because then you know what you're talking about. Of course, it's not about, we don't want you to just sound smart or we actually are just, the language is just a way to convey and help you convey how suitable you are for that specific position. So bring your examples and your real life experience along with the new words that you're learning, because that combination, a great experience with the elevated English like we're learning here today, that could be a very pleasant and good combination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when, I mean, you have all the tips related to actually doing that, you know, like speaking about yourself and constructing the whole presentation or CV due to your abilities and your experience with that. So that's something to complement, right? Vocabulary, great. Your vocabulary is amazing, elevated, awesome. But try to, like MC said, right? Try to gather that with how you describe your own experiences and what you have accomplished, what you have done.
Yeah, and also based on our method at Fluent for Real, we need to also work at some point in our accurate English, our foundation, right? In order to not have a broken English and then all of a sudden use like throw fancy words in some random sentences. If your English is broken, it's not gonna work. It's gonna fall flat, the message completely. So yeah, keep that in mind too. Now you're
Hmm.
learning about elevated, and then you might be interested in understanding more about our whole method.
Yeah, yeah. Elevated is nothing without a good foundation, an accurate foundation, for
Absolutely.
sure. All right, so the next word is qualified instead of competent. Personally, I feel that the word qualified talks about something more concrete, which is qualifications. You know, like when you think of qualifications, you think of studying time, you think of experience, you think of facts, you know, situations where you actually did something to reach that place and call yourself qualified. Whereas competent it may fall into the same trap as intelligent, you know, may sound a little bit arrogant and, you know, no, I'm very competent in what I do. So qualified, I think, is less personal, a little more neutral, and talks about things that you have done to get that far. How can you use
Perfect.
qualified? You can use the adverbs highly and well, highly qualified, well qualified for the role. You know, like, why should you be hired? Why should you get this job? So you could say, I believe I am highly qualified for the role, for the position, due to the fact that, and then you justify, like MC said, with experiences, with what you have done in your professional life, you know. That would be a nice sentence to work with. So let me say it again. I believe I am highly or well qualified for the position due to the fact that I have done this or that. Or I am a qualified engineer to perform this task. I am a qualified teacher for this position. So you can use qualified professional to do a job, to do a specific task, to conduct a specific analysis or something, right? And you can also use the word skilled. Kind of, that's also on the post on the same reel. I included it too. Instead of saying that you are good at something or that you know how to do it or that you can do it, the okay versions would be I can do this, or I know how to do this. I am good at this. So no, I'm qualified to do this job. I am skilled at, all right? Preposition at or in. I'm skilled at this. I'm skilled at. I'm skilled, for example, I am skilled at dealing with the public. MC mentioned soft skills. So I'm skilled at dealing with the public. I'm skilled at communicating with audiences, skilled in an area, skilled at something or doing something.
Yeah,
Let me
and
write that as well.
that's a good tip as well for you to explore on your resume. And especially because it's very common, it's a common language to hear that we're going to interview only qualified candidates. We're looking for a qualified candidate for something. So it's kind of it's already understood that based on your resume, we're going to select you because you're qualified at this, or that. And then you can rephrase and then reinforce that message during an interview, saying, well, because of my degree, because of the certifications that I have, because of this and that, because of my experience. And then you bring back that, but you can also explore the qualification word or your new vocabulary here on your resume, because that would be a great way to go.
Awesome. All righty. Okay, the next word then, instead of saying that you are hardworking or that you are dedicated, you can also say that you are committed. If you are enjoying the live stream, hit the heart here like someone just did. The word would be here, committed. Okay. What do I feel about committed and compared to put against hardworking and dedicated? I feel like commitment is something that we lack nowadays a lot. People don't commit to the job or the company as they did, back 30 years ago, 40 years ago. We are more, I don't know, maybe we change easier. We are more open to change, which is good, which has a very good side to it. But when the company is hiring, they probably don't want you to quit in 6 months or to quit in 1 year. So when you say you are committed to the company or the company that you work at, for example, you may be saying, that this bond is going to be created, that you are able to create a bond, to dedicate, sure, to work hard, absolutely, but a little more than that. You are willing to create this relationship with the job, with the task that you are performing, right? This is my interpretation, my personal interpretation of the word, compared to the others, all right? But committing means to dedicate and to have a responsibility and take that responsibility as yours and say, okay, this is mine, I'm gonna do it, I'm committed to it. Like a person in a relationship too, right? When you are committed to someone, you like a husband, for example, you are committed to that person. That means you have a relationship and responsibilities in that relationship. So you have rules to follow, things to do, kind of like that, right? So you are committed to the task, committed to the company, preposition to, committed to the team. I'm a team player. I'm committed to the team. I'm committed to the task that I'm supposed to perform, the people around me. So you can describe yourself as a committed person.
Perfect. And also results.
Oh, true. Good. Committed to results. Everybody likes to hear that. Committed to results.
Yeah,
Okay.
and focus on yeah, like Renata was saying, the long term relationship they're going to create with the company as well. Like, I'm committed to long term with this position, so it's not something that and explain why. Explain why
Mm-hmm.
this is a good fit for you, the company is a good fit for you. Explain why the position is a good fit for you. Explain your development ambitions, because then they're going to understand, okay, those are not just words because that person prepared like that for an interview. It's actually, there's a reason behind that shows how strong that commitment can be. So the more you elaborate on that, the better it is for you, because then it's going to show that you really care for reasons A, B, and C, and that's a strong statement.
That reminds me of one of our students who just got a job got her dream job at a company, and we were talking to her. You said that to her, right? Tell them where you want to go, what you want to grow in the company, how far you want to go. Let them know now that you are committed to them, and it's not just, you're not just changing jobs. You have this high expectation and you really want this. This was your dream job, dream company, and she got the job, which was amazing. We were so happy for her, and I think it's precisely the same situation of demonstrating exactly for reasons ABC where you want to go in the company. Next one, then second to last one. All right, before we start our practice, are you ready for the practice? Are you writing things down? Are you going to ask your questions, send your examples to us so that we can give you the feedback live right here, right now? So the word, I love this one. Okay, I love this word. I think that it's a word that we don't really have in Portuguese. At least I'm terrible at translating things like that, finding the word. And in English, I think it's a perfect description for the characteristic. Thorough. This is a tough word, okay? Spells weird, TH, GH at the end. So how do you say it? Thorough. Thorough. Don't pronounce the G. Just go thorough. What does it mean? Stop saying that you are attentive to details, that you worry about details, that you are careful or careful about details. You can simply say you are thorough. That tells the message, that conveys the message. The person, the interviewer, does not need much more from you, all right? But you can also say that you after thorough examination, or that your work is very thorough, or that you thoroughly assess, analyze things before making a decision, if that's your personality trait, for example. You thoroughly analyze something before deciding. You can use then thorough and thoroughly. How do you do it? I thoroughly analyze. I work thoroughly. I thoroughly assessed. I thoroughly investigated or researched the company before applying for the job, so I really know that this is what I want. For example, you are telling them that you did it very carefully, paying attention to the details without using the okay version, using this great adjective. All right? Okay. I think I learned this word when I was watching a doctor show, ER or Grey's Anatomy. Don't know why, but it always comes back to mind, like a doctor saying something about thorough examination, which is weird. I don't know why I remember that.
But I use a lot that on a daily basis, to be honest, because it's like, well, this is not a thorough analysis. It's kind of like more around rough numbers or estimates, and it conveys the message right away. So it's good to keep in mind. Again, just practice in terms of pronunciation, because that can be easily so confusing
Yeah, true.
for us, like, who are trying to. It's not a word like a friendly word for Portuguese speakers. Let me phrase it this way.
It's not a friendly word at all. And that's right. And if you use it, you know how to use it, but you don't pronounce it correctly, it's good for nothing. No, the person won't understand you. So you better, learn your pronunciation there. Thorough. All right, the last one, instead of saying motivated, you have a lot of motivation in you. You are very motivated for the job. You can say that you are in general, okay, not specifically at this moment, that you are a driven person. That means hardworking, motivated, full of energy, energetic. You are driven. All right? That's kind of one of those words too that are self-explanatory. It's got so many ideas in one that you don't have to say much. But you can also say that you are tireless, you know? You're tireless when it comes to overcoming challenges. No, I'm tireless. I don't give up. I'm really good at that. I'm very motivated. I've been a tireless employee at, my last job. My tireless efforts, the collocation tireless efforts is very common. So my tireless efforts to, let's say, to implement the new department were, paid off. And now at my old job, there was this new department that was, built. Basically, I was the leader, blah, blah, blah. So you can use this to describe something that you have done.
Perfect.
Your tireless efforts. Yes, and I'm driven.
I agree. We can send hard worker and things like that to the retiree section or
Yes, no more
retirement section.
cliches. No cliches. Okay, so let's move on to our practice, all right? What are we going to do here? You're going to pick the words that you liked or that you don't know if you can use and send them in the shape of questions, asking for, asking a question, or preferably making a statement about yourself using those adjectives, using those words, all right? Let me write all of them here again so you can remember, and I'm gonna pin the comment. The first one is insightful.
The question mark is right next to the comment box. So instead of writing in the comment, click on the question mark. It's on a how do we call that? I forgot. The bubble.
Bar?
No, the inside a bubble.
Oh yeah, I think that's a bubble. All right,
yeah,
ingenious.
Click on there and then let us know.
Ingenious, qualified, skilled. I'm gonna include it here to give you one more option. Committed, thorough. Only positive adjectives. nothing like, what is your biggest flaw? I'm a perfectionist.
Oh no, cliche. Run away from that too. Even if you are, it's like, no, nobody's gonna even believe you.
That's a cliche of the cliche.
I'm too organized. Oh my God.
Okie dokie, there you have it. So all the words are there. Try to describe yourself. Imagine that you are at a job interview. You are talking about yourself. How would you describe yourself using these adjectives? How would you talk about your intelligence, your creativity, your skills, what you are good at, how much you are responsible, how responsible you are, how dedicated you are, if you pay attention to details or not, and if you have energy and motivation to work. That's basically what you are saying, in other words, but using elevated English. All right, so I'm guessing you are all writing. If you have any questions about the question mark button, let us know, okay? But we are assuming that you understand what you're supposed to do, and then we will see it pop, a little number here on the screen. Anna's saying hands-on. Okay, Anna, hands-on class.
Is it hands-on? Hands-on is not one of the options, but it's okay. I got what you're saying. Okay.
I think so. I think that's what you meant. She's doing it. Hands-on.
Perfect. Hands-on is a good way to it's a good expression to use in an interview too.
I'm
Especially
very hands-on.
Yeah, like I'm an engineer. Like in Brazil, if you're an engineer, pretty much you can apply to any kind of job. You can be sitting behind a computer all day long and not necessarily being like in projects on the field or something like that. So if you're saying hands-on, maybe the position is valuing um, more executor kind of profile than analytical skills kind of thing. So it's important for
True.
you to highlight that. Well, I'm an engineer and I'm a hands-on one.
Yeah. True. True. Where are the questions? Are you having trouble finding the questions? If you are, send them in the comments. We'll figure it out, all right? But the questions are nice for us to keep it on the screen. So
If they
are
send on the
you,
comments, I can ask on the bubble here.
oh, okay. Kai is asking, could you talk about the meaning of thorough again? Yes, Kai, the meaning of thorough. Someone that describes themselves as thorough. If you say, I am thorough, okay, the person, I am thorough. She's saying, or he's saying, they are saying that they do not let any details go by unnoticed. So when they are reading a report, let's say I'm a teacher, I'm reading a composition, a writing exercise, and I'm not going to let anything slide. If I'm a thorough teacher, if I'm going to correct this thoroughly, I will check spelling, I will check grammar, accuracy of grammar and vocabulary. I will check the choice of words. This is correct, but maybe it could be better. Maybe it could be a little more idiomatic. So I'm going to give the feedback on that as well, you know? So I'm going to check every aspect of the writing. So that wasn't a thorough correction because I'm a thorough teacher. And sometimes, as MC said, we don't need the thorough. We don't need the numbers to be that specific and detailed. Maybe we just want rough numbers, just a general idea of how much it's going to cost, you know, an estimate. I don't need a thorough description of every single dollar or real that's going to be spent. Just tell me, give me the rough number. That's all I need for now. All right. So it would be kind of like thorough, detailed, something, rough numbers, something, but in a negative sense. Rough is not negative, but in a negative sense, a superficial correction, a superficial analysis, okay, depending on what you work. Thorough and superficial would be opposites. Alrighty. We have two questions.
One was me writing down thorough
Okay,
for you to pop up on the screen.
let's see how it's gonna work. Ooh, can you read it?
No, it doesn't show for me. Maybe for them.
Everybody, something changed here. Is it in the comments? Check out the comments. I think it's kind of like the last thing in the comments.
No. Oh, Denise said something is up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Denise said, I've been committed to this project for the last 2 years, working really hard towards the results. Slow clapping. Very cool, Denise. So this shows the interviewer, in my opinion, that you are a committed person. You know, without saying I am committed. Check this out. What did you do? You did exactly what MC told you. No wonder you are a gold digger, right? She's a perfect student. She says what she has done, and she included the adjective in affect. So the person can feel, can touch what she's saying. It's not, I'm committed and that's it. Believe me. She's saying, there's this project I've been doing for 2 years. I've committed to it. I've been committed to it and working really hard towards the results. That's what is in my mind. That's what I am aiming at. So great job, Denise. I think this sentence has a power, you know, in it to express so many things at the same time.
Oh, she's saying that the box has a limit of characters, and she would explain the results.
Okay, you would explain the results in real life, right? Oh, sure, but I think that this kind of summarizes, and this tells me a lot about you. You know, even if I didn't know you, even if I had just met you, This would tell me a lot about you. Of course, it's a whole interview, but if you follow this logic throughout the interview, you know, you are definitely on the right path. More questions, more questions. Are you shy to send in the questions? Because usually you're not shy to send in the comments. Send it in the comments if you don't know how to deal with the tool, guys. Don't worry about it. Layla said, Denise, you rock.
She does.
Okay, so if you don't know what to send, let me narrow it down a little. Maybe it's going to be a little easier for you. Try to use the word, let me see here, which one? Driven in a sentence. No, driven is, I think it's too simple because you just say, I'm driven. You know, it's a little bit hard. Okay, skilled. Respond the question, what are you skilled at? If you were at a job interview, you would talk about your skills. So what are you skilled at? Go from this question, respond this question, and we will give you the feedback on it, tell you how to use it, all right? What are you skilled at? What are you good at? What are your competences? What's a cliche? Not a cliche, that like competences and I forgot. I studied that in
Behaviors?
college. No, like skills and the difference between skill and ability, you know? So it's like the two things are listed together. I forgot what it was. But anyway, what are you good at? What are you skilled at? If you were looking for a job right now, what would you say? And it's hard, isn't it, MC, to stop and think about the things that we are good at?
Yes, especially if you're not prepared, if you didn't do your homework in a thorough way.
In a thorough way. True. Yeah, and also thinking about what you have accomplished, what you have done, right, Denise? Denise knows that as well. She told us that too. When you stop to think about the things you have done and to think about how you are as an employee, you know, how you work and what kind of skills or characteristics you have. It's not that easy to self-assess. We may tend to, I don't know, reduce our accomplishments or be too hard on ourselves and not see our potential 100%. It could happen. It happens a lot. So it's not really easy, you know. Renata said managing a team. So Renata, would that be I am skilled at managing a team? Would that be the whole sentence? I am skilled at managing a team. Would that be it? Oh, we have some, so two here. Okay, before we respond to questions, let me just say, Renata, I would complete that a little bit more, all right? I am skilled at managing a team. What do you mean? Of course, in a real situation, you don't have that many characters here, but I would explain that a little more thoroughly, like Denise did. You know, I've been committed to this project for the last 2 years, working really hard towards the results. Complete a little more. Otherwise, it falls into that believe me trap, you know, to believe me. Oh, really? What? Why? What do you mean? Okay, next question here. Ka wrote. Can you read or can you see MC? Does it show on your
Mm-mm,
screen?
not on
No?
mine.
I've been working. Okay, Ka, change worked for working. I've been plus ing. I've been working hard since last week. I'm feeling thoroughly tired. Thorough is not an thoroughly would not be an adverb, Ka, to give intensity to the adjective. That would be extremely, incredibly, quite, rather, not thoroughly. Thoroughly is for very detailed. So if you think that you worked thoroughly on a project, you are saying, I worked in a very detailed way on the project. All right? It doesn't fit the sentence like you wrote here. So you could say, I've been working thoroughly on something, and then you say what? Since last week. I'm feeling incredibly tired. That would fit. Not at the
Okay.
job interview, right? You wouldn't say that you are feeling tired at a job interview, but I get it. You were just writing a sentence to practice. That's okay, no problem. But just to clarify,
And
so
being a
no one said that.
timekeeper here, it's 9:43 or 8:43 Eastern time.
All right, so let's do the last one here. Okay, then we have Vinicius here. I'm thorough with technical data. All right, technical, there's one I missing, one extra I there, Vinicius, but I think it must be a typo. With technical data and committed to the company. Okay, I'm thorough with technical data and committed to the company. All right. Negócio difícil da bexiga, kkk. Okay. All right. So MC, what do you think about Vinicius' sentence? It's correct. Grammatically, it's all correct.
So say that again to me, because he's used two words, right? The committed and the thorough.
Yes, yes. I'm thorough with technical data and committed to the company.
Perfect. It's like two different messages, and one you want to say how good you are in term, and whoever works with data analytics or whatever, it needs to be data driven, attention to detail, has attention to detail. So it's very important that sends a great message to whoever is interviewing you. And the committed to the company, again, bring some examples later on, like, well, are you committed because you already know what you want in there, you have already a development path in your mind, or you know what your next steps are going to be, or that's a great fit, you've always wanted that kind of job, or that specific company. So complement that when you have a chance, and that will be perfect.
Yeah. Now I just thought of something. When you say that you are committed to the company, I understood that you are in general committed to wherever you work, whatever company you work at. And maybe what they want to hear is what MC said, that you are willing to be committed to them. You know, it doesn't matter if you have been committed to other jobs. That's they don't want to, they may not care about that so much. But if you say, like our student did, you know what, this company, I know you, I know all about you, I want to work here, I'm committed to you, I want to be here, you know, and do make a difference. And you know, that could be
Yeah.
something, you know, detail that could be a little
Yes,
extra.
especially because if it's a big company, considering a big company, the turnover has a price, and it's expensive to onboard a new person, train that person, make sure that person is ready for the role, regardless of the position, and then losing that implies in more cost and kind of a waste of time, because then we need to find a replacement, and it takes 3 months or 2 months or something to find a great fit, or even if it's for a low skilled position or an entry level position. So to be honest, they want to be right on point, and hire someone that's going to be committed to the company. There's a cost involved.
Yeah. All right, I think that was it. That was it before Instagram shuts our live down, our live stream down, as they did last week 3 times, but we made it. Okay, everybody, we hope you enjoyed this live stream. You know, send in your practice examples in the comments. As usual, the live stream is saved, so make sure that you hit the like button on the feed, you know, as we post it, to help us out, help us show these classes to more people, because we want, as you may know, we want to help more people reach the 2% English. And the more people that can watch our classes, the better. You know, we are bringing a little bit more of education, bits and bits of education into the world every week. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Denise, our dear student who is with us here pretty much every week besides the course. Always giving us suggestions and joining us here as well. Thank you everybody else, Vinicius, Leila, Ka, everybody who participated in the comments, sending questions. If I forgot anyone, please don't be mad at me. Okay, I'm trying to go back here to see see everybody else. Renata, okay? Thank you all for coming and see you all next week, right, partner?
Absolutely. See you next time. Same time, actually. See you next week, same time.
Yes. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Have an
Absolutely.
amazing weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, partner.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Take care.